Hi, good morning and welcome to today's class. This class is meant for those of you in JSS1, and in today's class we will be looking at plane shapes. Before we begin, let's look at some of the objectives of this course. Firstly, we are going to be able to identify lines and angles. That is, at the end of this class or at the end of this course, you should be able to identify lines and angles, being able to identify and draw regular and irregular shapes. Then you should be able to discover and list the properties of plane shapes. Also, you should be able to recognize the similarities and differences between various plane shapes. And last but not the least, you will be able to define a polygon and list the types of polygon. Let's start with the first objective, to identify lines and angles, of which we said a line is made up of a set of points which extend indefinitely when extended on both sides. That is, if we have a group of points, which we said a point is can be defined as the smallest shape. So a line, we say it is a set of points that which when extended from both sides gives you is indefinite. That is, it has no end. But when we talk about a line segment, we said a line segment is a line that is definite. For example, if I should mark 2 points A and B, I can refer to this as a line segment. While a line is an indefinite set of points extended from both sides. So a straight line is a line is the shortest distance between 2 points. If I have these 2 points and I'm asked to find the line, this can be said to be the line, or a straight line AB. Next, we look at its angles. We said when two straight lines, having known what we meant by a straight line, that when two straight lines are drawn such that they meet at a point, an angle is formed. The point where the lines meet is called a vertex. So for example, we have two straight lines OA and line OB, and the distance between both of them is referred to as the angle, and the point where the angle lies is where we refer to as the vertex. So point O is said to be the vertex of this angle AOB, and it can be written as angle AOB with a cap attached to vertex, the vertex at point O, and this cap indicates the point that has the angle. So angle can be denoted by the symbol theta. Let's look at types of angles. We have what we call an acute angle, obtuse angle, reflex angle. We can also talk of right angle. We also have angle 180 degrees and angle 360. Okay, so what do we mean by an acute angle? An acute angle is an angle that is formed that is less than 90 degrees. For example, this can be said to be an acute angle, where the angle formed is less than 90 degrees. For example, angle 30, angle 40, angle 50 degrees, angle 60, up to angle 89 degrees. All this can be said to be acute angle. And the next angle that follows can be said to be a right angle. A right angle is an angle that is 90 degrees, and we have it in this form. And this sign shows you that this angle is 90 degrees. Next, we have an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is an angle that is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. For example, we have this. This angle is referred to as an obtuse angle, because this angle can be said to be greater than 90 degrees but less than what? 180 degrees. And next we have angle 180 degrees, which is said to be the angle on a straight line and can be represented by this. So this is said to be angle 180 degrees. Next is said to be a reflex angle. After angle 180 degrees, is said to be a reflex angle, where a reflex angle is an angle that is greater than 180 degrees but less than 360. Let's assume this is an angle, so this is what we refer to as a reflex angle. And if you look at a reflex angle, the other part of a reflex angle gives you an acute angle. So for every acute angle, you have a reflex angle at the other side, and for every reflex acute angle, there is also a reflex angle. And I can also say that the sum of the reflex angle and the acute angle gives you angle at a point, which we'll see next. Angle 360 degrees can be said to be angle at a point, okay, which is the distance around the circle. So this can be said to be a 360 degrees angle. Next is parallel lines. Two lines are said to be parallel when they cannot meet. If you extend it both to the right and to the left, they can never meet. That is, they have equal distance between them at every point in time. So we refer to each of these lines, line AB, that it is parallel to line CD, as well as parallel to line EF, and we say they can never meet, and we refer to them as parallel lines. And they are denoted by this symbol. You may see them appearing like this in shapes. You refer to them as parallel lines. Next is perpendicular lines. We say when two lines meet at angle 90 degrees, that is, at the right angle, they are perpendicular to each other. And this is an example of a perpendicular line. We say AB is perpendicular to XY because they form an angle of 90 degrees and they meet only at one point, which is this. So we say angle AB is perpendicular to XY, and it can be written as AB being perpendicular to XY. So whenever you see an abbreviation like this or in this form, it means they are trying to describe the perpendicular line AD and XY. So let's take some exercises on what we have studied so far. Exercise 14.1 in your new general mathematics says you should use the figure below to answer the following questions. This is the figure, not mind my drawings. Let's assume this is a cuboid, and we are being asked that how many line segments are there in the figure? How many line segments are there in the figure? Remember our definition of a line segment. We say a line segment is the distance between 2 points. So by that, how many line segments do we have? We have line segment AB is 1, BC is 2. So let's count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's for the base. We have 4. This is 5, 6. Okay, 7, 8. Then we come to the top. 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we have 12 line segments in this figure. So this is equal to 12. Question 2 says we should list all the parallel lines. All the parallel lines. So it therefore means that since we have agreed that this is a cuboid, it therefore means that line AB is parallel to line CD, and line BC is parallel to line AD. Also, line GH is parallel to line FE, and line FG is parallel to line EH. Which other one? Okay, we have line BH can be said to be parallel to line CH, as well as line AF can be said to be parallel to line DE. So how many lines do we have there in all? This should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can also, okay, there are 6 in number. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you can also see more parallel lines. You can see this, that is if you are not to double count, or if you have to double count, this line is being parallel to this as well. So you can list as many parallel lines as possible that you can see. The next question says we should list all the perpendicular lines. And remember from our definition of perpendicular lines, we say this is the line, these are 2 lines that are formed with a 90 degrees and they only meet at a point. So you can see any line that is formed this way with an angle 90 degree at the point of intersection can be said to be perpendicular lines. So you discover that line AB is perpendicular to line BG. Okay, let me erase some of this to create space for us. Okay. Also, we have line BC being perpendicular to line CH. Okay, and there are so many you can also get from them. Question number 4 says, how many angles are formed in the shape provided? How many angles are formed in the shape provided? Okay, so you discover that from AB and BG will form an angle. This is an angle formed. This is another angle formed. This is another angle formed. This as well. This. So for every face that you have, we can see approximately 4 angles. Okay, this is also an angle. This is an angle. This is an angle. This is an angle. There's an angle here. So for every face, we have 4 angles, and if you multiply it by the number of faces you have, that will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 4 will give you 24. So we have 24 angles, different angles that have been formed in this cuboid. That is where we'll end our lesson for today. And at this lesson, we were able to meet some of the stated objectives. We were able to identify lines and angles. In our next class, we are going to continue with identifying and drawing regular and irregular shape. Thank you very much for your attention, and I just want to appeal to you that you kindly subscribe to this channel so as to get more videos and less lectures as they are being uploaded. Thank you very much and have a nice day.